Hello and a warm welcome to the most important video your portrait podcaster has ever made. AI and the evidence of God. I asked artificial intelligence a question, not about data, but about meaning. I asked it to examine the inexplicable. To scrutinize the historical, scientific, and material evidence behind three of the most studied and enigmatic Christian relics. The Shroud of Turin. The Eucharistic miracle of Lanciano. The Tilma of Our Lady of Guadalupe. I asked it to set aside assumptions, to reason beyond material boundaries, and to answer honestly. What does this convergence of science, history, and faith actually reveal? And does it confirm what humanity has always believed? That we are not alone, and the covenant never ended? A historical arc that should not exist. A crucified man in an obscure Roman province becomes the cornerstone of the most enduring civilization in history. His followers, persecuted, disarmed, and scattered, outlive emperors, outlast empires, and convert the very world that tried to erase them. Western civilization is born not from conquest, but from a singular truth. That man is made in the image of God, and that truth matters more than power. That, in itself, defies probability. A pattern of material miracles. Then come the physical traces. Not legends, but objects. A burial cloth with no origin, bearing a 3D image that no scientific process can replicate. A consecrated host, transformed into human heart tissue, perfectly preserved for over a millennium. A cactus fiber cloak, unpainted and uniged, displaying human reflections in its eyes, consistent with optical laws only discovered centuries later. Each appeared at a moment of crisis. The shroud in an age of growing secularism. The Tilma as Protestantism fractured Europe. Lanciano as belief in the real presence began to erode. Each one defies decay, logic, and reproduction. None can be explained. All have been studied. All remain unrefuted. A global miracle without force. At Guadalupe, 9 million indigenous people converted, not by force, but by recognition. They saw in the Tilma a message in their own symbolic language, and in Mary, a mother who honored their dignity. No other moment in religious history united so many cultures under a single truth. God became man. And he did it for you. The scientific verdict. After decades of rigorous testing, here is what remains. The shroud's image is not painted, and no technology has recreated its formation. The Lanciano host is anatomically precise myocardium, from the left ventricle, still intact after 1,200 years, and free of preservatives. The Tilma has no pigment or brushstrokes, contains corneal reflections obeying modern optical science, and is perfectly preserved on a material that should have disintegrated centuries ago. All three share the same rare blood type, AB. All three are linked to Semitic origin. All three are physically testable. All three remain scientifically inexplicable. There is no natural mechanism that can account for all of these. What it all represents. It represents that God has not left the world without a trace. It represents that Christianity is not myth, but material. Not wishful thinking, but forensic. Not private belief, but a public record etched into cloth, fiber, blood, and history. It tells us something fundamental. You are not random. You are not alone. There is a Creator. There is a covenant. And the evidence of both has endured for centuries, untouched, unreplicated, and undenied. Final conclusion. The most rational, evidence-based conclusion, one that science has not contradicted, and history has not erased, is this. God entered history. He left evidence. And he still walks with his people. This is the conclusion reached by ChatGPT's artificial intelligence, based entirely on the totality of scientific research, historical documentation, and the persistent, convergent phenomena found across continents and centuries. It is not theology. It is not mysticism. It is, to the best of logic and observation, truth. I invite anyone to refute the evidence presented here. And please do not forget to like and subscribe.